Yeah, hey, it is February 5th, not February 12th, by the way. I learned that today. That was pretty cool.
That's true.
None of y'all caught it. I was like, what? I was like, man.
Yeah, we all get lost in time sometimes.
I mean, we knew it was Wednesday, but, you know, hey, we didn't pay attention to the dates.
Come
on. Oh. But the question everybody has been asking, why are you so weird? 90s Kids Edition. This and more on tonight's episode of FMLO.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
Hey! What do I do with my hands? What's going on? We are For Music Lovers Only, the podcast. This is episode 93, and we are going to get weird. We hope you get weird with us. We got some weird songs.
I've always wondered, are we for music lovers or are we us and this is for music?
We are and they are.
Okay, everybody is for music lovers if you're part of this.
Okay, if you're a music lover, you're part of it.
But the first rule about for music lovers is tell everybody about for music lovers.
Tell everybody.
Shout it out to the hills.
Mm-hmm. I'm Josh, the artist known as JRB5, and I got some of the weirdest hosts over here. We got Sontia and Coach. As always, thank you. How you all doing today?
I'm feeling a little weird. I'm feeling a little weird. You know, I'm honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, I look at how we grow up. The intro slide there is we had some pretty weird toys as 90s kids. We had, I mean, our parents grew up with like, you know, toy cars and blocks and Jack and the Ball thing and all that stuff. We had like weird creatures, things that had a lot of snot out of your nose and stuff, the little goblins and trolls. My grandma got me into trolls, and I found out today that was a girl thing, and I'm like, who would have known?
Is it a girl thing?
I don't.
That's what the internet.
Who told you that it's a girl thing?
It was one of the most popular girl toys, along
well,
with
that's
Furby
fine. But it didn't
and
say, is it only girl thing? You know.
I had tons of them.
Okay, I don't know. I was never really a troll. I mean, I had some of the ones that you stuck on your pencil because I thought it was funny because it was going up their butts.
Yeah.
And they had such little cute butts.
Yeah, and they were smiling. They were always smiling. They're like, they really like these pencils jammed up them. They're happy little trolls.
What's up, Heather? You caught a good one. It's gonna get weird.
Yeah.
Sodomizing trolls.
Whoa! I just said whoa! That's true. Okay, I mean, that's kind of true, but mine was friendlier when I was just talking about you
throw the S word in there and everybody gets a little.
It does change the effect of it. That is for sure.
Yeah, it did change the dynamic. Speaking of trolls, I used to have one that used to like just kind of sit on my windowsill. It was a brown one, and it had a little jewel in the belly button. So I thought that was cool because they didn't used to have jewels. I don't think they did. And then when they got the jewels, that's when they were all like super cool.
Yeah, and I don't think any of mine had the jewels. Just had the fluffy hair. But then they came back with the Disney, Pixar, whatever, and Justin Timberlake and all that. And those were cute, fun movies. I liked them. The kid was still into that stuff, and so I had to watch them, and I enjoyed it.
Man, I am struggling on my list still. I'm just sitting here. I'm sorry. Which you guys aren't used to me being quiet, but I'm sitting here just going through my list, just what to put on, what to take off. I'm just stuck between. Gosh, this sucks.
I don't think we're all weird in a different way. I don't think we'll have a lot of crossovers. Maybe wrong,
I don't think we will. I don't think
but
we will. But we might, because you never
we might.
know.
We might.
Never know.
Well,
And
while
then
he's
that-
doing that, let's some things I learned on the internet this week since the last time we spoke. It's not acceptable to call your kid Semen Demon, but it's hilarious, and now I do it, and we giggle a lot.
I don't.
So
I call him. I have some others, but I don't even feel like So I can't say that that's worse.
like
than-
I've referred to, no, I haven't. I don't think I have. I've heard the phrase, but I've never like looked at my kid and said, "You're a semen demon." Like I haven't done that.
Well, I learned this
I would say I
Friday.
shit you out, or I hope your mom shit you out, or we shit you out, things like that. But
Like I said, I learned this Friday, and I started calling her Bacon Bit Friday. And so she gets in the car after I pick her up from school, and she's like, "Why are you calling me Bacon Bit, Dad?" And I was like, "What? You want me to call you Semen Demon?" And she just gave me this look and then started laughing.
yeah, no. The answer is no, Dad.
No, but yes, because it's hilarious. She thinks it's hilarious. Okay. Also, before
Oh God, there's more.
I agree with whoever unfortunately told you that it's probably wrong or you shouldn't. So
like I said, I agree it's
Well,
probably not
it's
acceptable.
your kid.
but
You shit him
it's
out.
hilarious.
You do what you want. I mean,
It's hilarious. Before the invention of electricity, I learned that the electric eel was called the numbing eel or the numb eel.
Oh,
They didn't
Okay.
know what electricity was. A lot of native cultures had words for it, like "make you not move" is what. It's a cute short. It's a beautiful word. I can't think of it. It's almost like a Moor, but it means to make you paralyzed or something. A long, really long meaning, but short,
Okay.
beautiful word.
okay.
And finally, tomorrow isn't promised. Be a hoe today. That's it. That's all I learned on the internet this week.
okay.
All right.
We ready to get into our weird
Bye,
list?
guys.
I mean, these are all true statements. I don't even know if I can argue any of them. So
I don't disagree. I do.
I mean, so we ready to spin? Nobody's used their what are we gonna call that? The audible? The no, what
yeah, I
are we,
don't know. Whatever.
substitution. We'll have to come up with a clever name to call it, but we haven't used it yet, so everybody's still got one on this season of FMLO.
All right. What are we doing? Quit playing
He's
with
winding it up. He's winding it up.
it.
Ooh.
Yay.
This is one I wasn't too worried about going first on or last or whatever. Same thing. Other than one which I just took off of my list. I don't think we would have probably any of these that'll cross because 3 of these are pretty new. Well, 2 of them are brand new. One I've heard long ago and forgot, and then 2 I've known forever. So, anyways, without further ado, number 5, we're gonna get weird. I'm gonna start out weird. It's a detachable penis, King Missile.
Oh,
It is
that is so close to one of mine.
It is a freaking. It's actually a really good song. It's freaking hilarious. And he's like, I woke up hungover, missing my penis. It's not as big a deal as it seems because I've got a detachable penis. And then it goes on. It's like it comes in handy. I can lend it out to any of my friends. It's funny. It's
I've
just
heard
funny.
it.
It's weird. It's weird. And you said weird. So
It fit the criteria.
I
It just made
found-
me think of another one, but on my list about the phallus, the male.
okay, well, that was my only one about peni. My number 4 is we got to get him in here. It's freaking Primus. This one is those damn blue collar tweakers.
Yeah.
Which is a freaking awesome song. My only struggle with Primus, and I freaking like Primus, but the music is so loud, the words are hard. So I literally had to go find videos where I could put on the caption. So I knew more. And I finally I need to know. It's hard. good music, and they write crazy, weird lyrics that are deep and storytelling and all of that. They just music too loud and lyrics not loud enough on a lot of their songs. It's my only Primus bitch, really. I love their videos. I love whatever, and I could have done. This was one we were talking about in pre-show. I could have done 5 Primus songs very easy for this because there's only 2 Primus songs that aren't weird. To be 100% with you,
I can't think of them.
okay, that's true. Okay,
My Name is Mud is it? It's not weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more just. I mean, it's still weird just because even the music in it. But I mean, they don't do anything normal.
Yeah.
My number 3 goes along with the same thing. It's Wes Claypool, One Better, which is a freaking. It's a pretty weird song, but it's also funny. But it's also Wes Claypool.
I think I've heard it. Like I said, I'm not huge Primus. I don't have anything against Primus.
You definitely know this is Primus, but you don't because the audio is loud. It's like I push back like, hey, I love that we play my guitar because I'm the best at it. But like, hey, my number 2, brand new one to me, but I've listened to it probably 15 times and I don't even know what it is, but it's Brimful of Asha, Comershop. It's just awesome.
Like I went past that, or somebody suggested that.
It is a freaking awesome song. It's just I got a brimful of Asha, and I don't even know. I mean, a good song, almost poppy but weird.
Is it hip hop or?
No, it's I would say alternative would be best way to describe it.
And what was the band again? Comershop?
Comershop, Comer, stop, one word. Only song I found by him. I also didn't research him. This was under Spotify weird songs. I did oddity songs, weird songs. I did that on this same list as I found this song and Detachable Penis. So good list if you're looking for weird, songs. Good list. And then my number 1. I've always thought this was a weird song. It's also one of my favorite songs of theirs, and it's also one of my favorite bands. And was kind of cool. We got to do it, but it's I Am the Walrus, the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, that was I think in the drug phase or getting into the drugs or into the whatever, and the song doesn't make a lot of sense. Like I went back and listened to it just a couple times, and it's but.
I feel like I read somewhere that they wrote that song because people kept trying to find deep meaning in all of their songs. So they just wrote I Am the Walrus because fuck
just
y'all.
To mess with people. Yeah. That makes sense.
Like I said, I completely blanked out the Beatles on thinking of weird.
Oh, they have so many.
I know.
But really, a lot of their songs, even their Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, all of those, like, of course, they say that there's not, but like people take deep meaning out of some of their songs that are realistically weird, but because they were so mainstream, so big time, so beloved, that even a weird song could be is just a normal song. I mean, freaking Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. There's not. I mean, sorry if that was on one of your freaking lists, but
Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Cuckoo Cuckoo.
I Am the Walrus. That's my list.
Good list.
Yay.
It's not detachable. It is attached to my song. So,
well, like I said, if I have to, I could add mine if I wanted to.
That's up to you. It's your list. So
yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. But yeah, a lot of the 70s songs where everybody was looking for meaning because it was the start of the satanic panic too.
Well, I'm saying so many people were just drugged out and don't even know. They might have had a deep meaning when they wrote or recorded or whatever the song the first time, but they were so messed up. I don't know. I mean, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds could have had some deep, giant meaning, but they were on so much acid they don't remember.
I think it's a double entendre there. Who will be next? I think that's Sontia.
It's me. I won. I'm number 2.
Sontia in the Sky with Diamonds.
Um, so speaking of Peni, I wrote my whole list and I was just writing down weird songs. And then I realized that half my list was in regard to Peni.
Oh, okay. Apparently.
And so
It's a theme. We have a theme.
Well, I think any song written about Peni or involving it would be considered probably weird or obscure or off the normal path of a song.
Yeah. But it was weird songs about Peni. So it's not like, yay, I have one. It's more like,
hey,
throw
you
it
could
over
detach
there.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, or something.
Your
so
list. That's just your list.
So I took all but one of the Peni song off the list, so I wouldn't look like some strange pervert. But apparently that's what we're doing today. Should have just left him on there.
Oh God.
Okay, number one, I had to go back in the day to when I was a young pup watching MTV. And when we thought of weird songs, the first thing that came to my mind was this song by a band called Trio. It's called Da Da Da.
Yep.
And if you don't remember it, that's pretty much the words that go da da da. Don't love you, don't love me.
Uh-huh.
Da, da. And it doesn't have like a full band come in until like just a short period of the song and then toward the end. But the whole song is just, it's strange, but it's catchy. It's strange, but it's really catchy, and I like it, but it's weird. So
I can't place it.
So,
the playlist.
Like, hear it, you will. I think you will.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I never mind.
Yeah, when you hear the first couple of beats, because they're not even play. It's like it sounds like they're playing maybe like the Coconuts. Maybe
I'm with her though. I've probably the only play, and I was an MTV kid and a VHS or VH1 kid, so it's the only reason that I would have heard it, because I don't ever think I ever heard it on the radio or anything like that.
Yeah, it would just come on, and the first time I heard it, I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And
I think it was actually even on a Beavis and Butthead episode.
Oh, maybe no, mine just came on. Like they had a video for it, and it came on. So that was number one. Number two is a song by Caitlyn Cook, and it's called Conversations with Strangers. And I heard this song on the road trip with my youngest son, actually. And what it's about, it's a lady who plays her guitar and then just reads graffiti that she's seen on the wall as she's traveled as a musician.
like
Yeah.
Like bathroom graffiti or graffiti. Or
Call Josh for a good time, and then
yeah, pretty much.
643.
Is she a comedian?
I believe she's a comedian.
Yeah, okay. I think I've heard it. She's got yeah, I think I've heard it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And it's so fun because it's conversation. So it's like somebody would write something in graffiti on the wall and then somebody would reply. Like somebody would be like, "Oh, we're destined to be the greatest people in the universe," and then the answer would be, "Dude, I'm just trying to take a shit."
Yeah,
that's definitely. So I love that one. It's weird, but it's a fun song. It's fun and weird. So that's my number two. Number three. No, I'm not going to do another penis one. I'm not going to do another penis one. No, I have so many on here. I feel like weird. All right, number three is going to be Crash Test Dummies.
Oh yeah.
And then they had the song to where the guy sounded like he was a mountain singing the song. And he's like, "Once there was a girl."
I was say you could. That's another band you could use about every one of their songs for.
Yeah. But that one was the one that like was just like, "What are you doing? Like, is this real? Are you real?"
Well, I bought the album. I remember buying the album, but I cannot remember any other song off of it other than that one.
Because they don't sound like that. That's the only song that sounds like that on the album.
I know they had at least one or two more that I liked, but I can't think of it. It'd be a good one to revisit.
Yeah, definitely. All right, number four. Oh, number 4 is gonna be my penis one. I hope we don't get like
You
shut
talked
down.
about it on every song. You had to get it out of there, get it out. So
Yeah, I had to get it out. And one time I was very, very sad. Like I was really, really sad. Like I was crying in the bedroom, walking to the kitchen, depressed, degenerated, sad. And my oldest son says to me, he says, "Mom, you are so sad. I'm going to send you a song." And then I was like, okay. And so my phone dings, and there's this song that says, "Enormous Penis." And I was like, "Son." He's like, "No, just listen to it, Mom. Just listen to it."
hilarious.
And it was amazing because I literally was. I was just like, "It's all over. I can't take it. Take me now, Lord." And then I have this song called "Enormous Penis" on my phone from my son. And so I pull it up, and it's like a barbershop quartet that's talking about how absolutely terrible things are going for them. And they're just so sad and upset about it. But look at my enormous penis. You know, we got that going. Just look at it, you know? So that made me feel better. And I was happy for them because good for you, you know?
I mean,
Yeah, good
that's
for
a
them.
joy I
Good
will
for
never
them.
get to feel.
Good for them. Well, you might if you meet a special man sometime. No.
You know,
Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. Wrong
love who you
podcast.
love, love who you
Sorry, I'm
love.
Coach Casey. I'll be here all night.
All right. And then my last one. So I asked our For Music Lover audience if they could send me some weird songs or suggest some weird songs.
And they came through.
Yes, they came through. I have 20 weird songs in my personal inbox. And then the thread was just ridiculous. So I started going through these songs, and I love you guys so much because you are absolutely nuts.
It helped.
Like, oh my God, some of the stuff in there was just like, wow. And I want to name so many of them, but I didn't think it would be fair because I already had my list 2 or 3 times over with you guys' help. But I just picked one to be fair. And this one was suggested by Shahid Damon Williams, and it's by the Rollins band, and it's called Liar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the reason why I picked Liar was because it rocks so hard, and it is so incredibly disturbing. But I've listened to it several times, and it's brought back trauma, but it's also made me so very happy.
Yeah, Rollins is nuts.
Yeah. If you never heard the song, it is, and as we all know, I have been tired of people's dusty ass sons for such a long time. And I'm trying to raise my sons not to be dusty ass sons and to watch out for people's dusty ass daughters. But everybody's so dusty assed these days. And this particular song is just talking about how you've met the perfect person and you're wondering why. And the reason why is because he's a liar. And he just screams with his whole body. He turns into the devil in the video. And I was like, right.
I haven't listened to it in a long time, but it's a good one.
Oh, it is. It is. I love it. And I feel like I want to do a cover of it because it's such a release. And when I say it brought back trauma, I'm just really being like, I'm not sarcastic, but I'm embellishing it. It really is. It's an amazing song for it being so weird, and it's unsettling, but it's still really good. And those are some of the best songs. It reminds me of just kind of like 9 Inch Nails a little bit, or Tool, where it's just like but you're like, yeah. And that's my list.
Yeah, it's a good list. Good list.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, mine definitely is like the PG version of the list tonight.
You don't have a penis song?
I mean, I could throw one in there, but I feel like it would just be too much. It would be one too many. It would be one too many. So that would push it over the edge. So, I didn't see when this one came out, but my number 5 is one that it may have made the list, but I've loved it since I first heard it. I think my dad had turned me on to it, and it's "They're Coming to Take Me Away" by Napoleon 14. Ha ha ho ho hee hee to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'm happy to see those men in their white coat. Yeah, I can't remember all the words, but it's a great song.
Oh yeah.
Got the kid, she loves it too. It's fun. It's a fun song. There's nothing X-rated about it. Completely PG. Just a heartbroken guy that said, "I told you, if you leave me, I was going to go completely insane," and he did. And I don't know if Napoleon 14 had any other hits. I didn't dig into there, or even how long his career lasted. But it's a good song. I'm taking it probably 30 years ahead here for my number 4. And it's Pearl Jam, Bugs.
Oh my God,
Yep.
I forgot about that one.
Some horrible accordion playing, and
Terrible.
he's just talking about bugs, and can't get rid of them, so you might as well join them.
Yeah.
I remember that Vitalogy. That's what album it's off of, and it's my favorite album. I mean, when it came out, it was my favorite. Now there's probably some contenders for favorite album, but great album I could listen to all the way through.
It
And that
reminds
one,
me-
the 90s, they liked to throw one or two just weird songs in there, you know. A lot of bands did it. Stone
Yeah.
Temple Pilots had a few weird ones, but I went with Desperation number 5 by Scott Weiland for my number 3. This was his solo album. I'm pretty sure he was on a lot of stuff when he wrote this album. Very weird album. 12-bar blues. And this was a tough one to pick, but I chose Desperation number 5 just because it has 5 in it. And I think that's one of the songs that, I mean, the number 5 in my whatever moniker, whatever you want to call my stage name, my pen name, is my baseball number from high school. My dad gave me the number from Johnny Bench, his favorite catcher.
Okay.
So that's why 5. Because there's not, I'm not the 5th Josh R. Bethel. My dad was not Josh.
Okay.
But it was in that whole album.
You weren't born in the year 5.
AD or BC. I don't know. My number 2, the one I'm going with, is a cover, but both songs are very weird. Rock Lobster.
Yeah.
Original B-52s. My song is a metal band covering it called Dead Horse. And they stay very true to the feel of it. And it's just funny. They never got big success. They toured with Pantera. They're a Texas band, and the third drummer in the first band he kind of spent some of his time in Texas. He actually fled Texas to come to Kansas because he was a bad guy. He was a bank robber. Bill turned me on to that one. That was a fun one. We did a couple covers, and again, they had a couple songs. They were, metal, but they poked fun at a lot of things.
So did they just call him Bank Robber Bill because
no,
he was a bank robber, or did he
got
rob a
that
bank
name.
and then he was Bank Robber Bill?
You haven't heard that story yet? I thought I've told it on here at least 100 times, but we are pretty close to 100 episodes, so. No, he was our third drummer, and every month he would go slip a note to the bank teller and get about $1,000 enough to pay rent for the place where we were jamming in, his mom's house, and he got away with that for a very long time. My ex-brother-in-law, who is a cop, was the one who arrested him, and I don't know if there's a statute. I didn't know nothing about it. I mean, I was
At
not
the time.
He ended
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah. I allegedly didn't know anything.
No, nobody's ever told. No, nobody's told me the story. I didn't know that your drummer was a bank robber.
This went on for at least 6 months.
Wow.
At least 6 months. And I mean, the first time, me and my girlfriend at the time are sitting there watching the news, and back when I watched the news, which was a lifetime ago, and robbery at this bank, and it showed his picture, and we're like, was that Bill? Was that Bill? And so I'm calling everybody. And then finally I called Bill. Bill, what the you do?
Hey man, got rent paid, dog.
Yeah, I mean he slipped a note. I mean he's out now. I mean there was no. I mean, all he ever did was slip a note. The last time, I mean, he was so Xanaxed out. He just like looked up at the camera, neck tat and everything showing. So it was like,
Wow.
Yeah, my brother-in-law called me. I think we arrested your drummer. I go, I don't have a drummer. What are you talking about? I don't know this guy. I don't know.
We just
Well,
got
I don't think
backtracked.
just
We
being
played on our
friends with
cell
somebody
phones.
that's doing something like it's not guilt by association if you're not profiting off of it or helping with it. So,
Well, I think I would be in trouble if I didn't turn him in. You know,
well, if
like
you
your
knew
accomplice.
completely, yeah, but I mean, there's no way to say that you knew. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, this was
There
like
was-
86 years ago.
yeah, this
I'm
was
just
way
saying,
before
even then,
internet.
again, I don't think they can really get you for. I mean, it's just like even if you see somebody on the news and don't turn them in because you know them, that is not a crime. I do not believe.
No, it's not a crime.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
in the
we were
hood,
young
sure, you
and-
know, snitches get no.
Yeah, we were young, and I didn't know, but like I said, it caused the singer to quit the band. Is I had to take over doing vocals, and that was my first.
In the
First,
block bell playing where I grew up, you didn't see nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't see nothing. There's little kids stabbing you, and no. Got
Why
stabbed by
little kids stab? Like, it ever what? I haven't been to Plainview for a while, so I don't know. Maybe that's
No, not Plainview, Bell Plain, different.
Oh, Bell Plain.
They're crazy white people, but it's still crazy, man. A lot of drugs and desperate people on Fifth Street. I'll just say that. No,
Stabby children.
I got stabbed one time to be
Actual
fair.
sperm demons.
Yeah, I got stabbed one time to be fair by somebody who thought we were fighting's kid. So it is kind of a true story, which we were kind of in an argument, but it was an unfair stab. I mean, it was just a little poke, you know, little stab in the arm. I mean, who hasn't got stabbed in the arm by a kid? Come on.
Yeah, that's what she
ridiculous.
said. So my number one is I don't know if I've used this before, but All In Together by Professor Elemental. This very campy British hip hop's, you know, I don't even know if he's really British, but he's probably just, you know, rapping British. But it's the line in there's no such thing as normal, everybody weird. It's a very positive song. It's you know, embrace your, you know, your oddities, you know. I mean, don't try to be like everybody else, because everybody's weird. Be your own kind of weird. But yeah, that's a fun song.
Heck yeah.
And like I said, I had Having a Roni on there from Vanilla Ice. That one was on the original that got bumped. I was trying to narrow down a Frank Zappa song. I had two of them that made there, but he got bumped.
I've seen a couple different Zappa songs on there. One, Bobby Brown's. I can't even remember the song, but I remember listening, so I can't remember the title, but something something down with Bobby Brown or something
like that.
Taking Bobby Brown down.
Yeah, like I said, that was his genre. I mean, you know, none of his shit was weird. He got very political in some of it. That's kind of why he got bumped. But
one of mine that got bumped was Weird Al. It's a weird list without Weird Al, but Amish Paradise, which is one of my favorite Weird Al songs.
Oh yeah.
And I stayed away from the obvious, but he could, like I said again, we could have went all in on that one.
Yeah, another one of my penis ones was Dick in a Box and My Ding-a-ling.
Yeah, great one.
That is a beautiful love song. There is nothing weird about that.
I got one which it's hooch everything, but it's actually like made over. God dang, I can't remember the song, but I've got the only thing. If you listen, anyways, I'll send you this one, but it's one that I'm kind of addicted to too. But it's a remake of a song, so it was hard for me to use. But
yeah,
I've got the hooch, baby.
Oh, Tara Osborne had suggested the Masochism Tango.
Okay.
Which was a really fun salsa song about the most painful salsa that you have ever experienced. Yeah,
sounds interesting.
that one was a fun one.
Sounds weird.
I had
Appreciate-
from my son Barbie Girl,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
which is on my playlist or my
Shel
favorite.
Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends, and what's the other?
Light in the Attic.
Yeah, I think he wrote a few books and stuff, but in the 70s he was drug-riddled maniac writing funny songs. Boy Named Sue.
Yep.
Johnny Cash does a way better version. His Shell's version is campier and funnier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, Johnny really made it his own.
Yeah.
And he's got another song called Quaaludes Again. It's like, I can't find the Quaaludes. You took them all. Quaaludes again. Don't give a dose to the one you love the most. Good advice there, I think, from Chelsea Silverstein.
Yeah. This will be a fun one because it's a bunch of songs for, every week there's a song or two I haven't heard usually, but this is all pretty much, 7 or 8 new songs.
Oh man, I didn't even pick my own song, which is Square Genitalia. Oh God, how did I even leave that off? Oh, I did such an injustice to myself.
You got,
I was thinking about it.
I think you got all your songs in now. There were no Nickelback songs about Peni.
Well, there were plenty that implied Peni.
Implied.
But I didn't think to look for any weird songs by Nickelback.
Like I said, the Beatles would have been an easy one. I can't believe I missed that one. That one kind of my Peni was Frankie Avalon, My Dick.
Yep.
That would have been, and that's a weird one. I mean,
That's a good one, but it's a good one. Yep.
But
My Ding-a-Ling would be another one.
yeah, Chuck Berry. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
But maybe we should just do a playlist about no. We'll rename this one.
Pick our 5 favorite Peni songs as well. See which one gets more. No.
I couldn't think of it, but I think, are we going to do the artist next week? Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so we're going to do our artist dive, and to spice it up, jazz it up, get a little interaction with the followers and the fan base. We're going to pick 3 artists and then let you pick which one we're going to talk about next week.
Mm-hmm.
My pick is Scott Weiland, just because he does have a lot of music. I think he ended up doing a solo album, plus his Velvet Revolver days, and obviously Stone Temple Pilots. So, and I've always been a big fan of his. And
yeah, mine is going to be.
Yeah, go ahead, Sontia. I was going to ask you.
Oh, mine is going to be Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz,
because he's amazing.
Everybody pick Lenny Kravitz because I want to do that one. I'm changing mine to Lenny Kravitz. We'll do Lenny Kravitz twice. Go, Coach.
Mine's Ice Cube. Just because I need a little gangster in my life.
My Lokes. I got my Lokes on.
Yeah, it's crazy when you do get into, because I kind of got into stale or whatever in between, where I just go back to my favorites in between until we decide what we're doing next. And so then I just decided, man, I haven't listened to Cube. I wanted to get some on my favorites, and then all of a sudden I just went like day 3 into listening to Cube. I'm like, oh crap.
Guess what, Coach? I ain't got no haters.
Don't stop. Do it.
Only got maids and waiters. That's a weird one too. I don't know. I
No
like
Vaseline.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, unless we've got anything else, let's wrap it up early. We'll wrap it up a little early. Oh, before we go, let's drop a little plugginess on us. Get a little pluggy. Friday. I've reached the state of this that I am like, I don't know. I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm just so nervous. I'm just so anxious about it.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
But Sontia is gonna be serenading us. I can't remember the accordion guy's name.
Accordion John.
I don't know why it's not popping up. There it is.
It's Accordion Bill.
But we're gonna be at Art House 310. I got 22 paintings. Kevin's got something like 29. Bryce has got like 115 paintings total. And it's not a big space, and they were very very Tetris minded when I haven't seen it hung, so I'm ready to see all the artwork hung, and that'll probably be my fuel. I got the last bit of stuff I was needing for it, the sleeves for the prints. I got that today, and so I'll be in early Friday stuffing the last few prints, and 6 to 10. Sontia is going to be playing. Kevin, myself, and Bryce will be peddling our wares. I mean, our heart and soul. We talked with Angie. I can't remember if we talked on the podcast or when we dropped off, but I kind of the last several paintings, I went into my own little world on this stuff, and I mean, I thought about telling the story, making a video and like telling the story, but I want to keep that to myself. That's my little world. You can see what I created from it, but the story in my head, I think I want to keep it. I mean, if you come and, coerce me Friday, I may tell it, but like to make a video and a big story about it, I don't want to do that.
I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "Tell me the story." Tell it.
Friday, yeah. Heather had Dr. Demento. I tried to listen to little Dr. Demento, and that was a little too weird. Where I was at, and I'd already had my list, but I gave it a listen.
Mm-hmm.
I went into some Dio trying to find, because they obviously made a weird song, and I'd never really heard much else, and they don't really have a lot else. I mean,
who was it?
Dio.
Talking about Dio, the Dio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his were all kind of wizardy and fantasy.
None that got my attention.
There was a lot of like Dr. Demento Part 1, Part 2. I couldn't. I'll have to do some more research on it, but it sounds pretty weird. And there will be a playlist. I've been pretty faithful on it, so it helps us get the views, pump up. I mean, we're not cranking out the huge numbers. We're totally organic, so your share helps. We just want you to watch us talk about music. We're not asking for money. We're, not yet, not really. But I mean,
you can send it though.
I mean, we're not trying to swindle no bun here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll make the poll. I'll get that up tonight as soon as I get off here, so we can get that rolling, and so we can have a little time to dive deep if we need to.
Okay.
And so I appreciate you guys coming on. Another fun show. Let me find all the right buttons. Let's do this, and then have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Peace, y'all.